Hey all, welcome to Parker's Reef.
On today's episode, we're going to have a sneak peek of Reeftopia's grand opening. Let's go, guys.
Alright guys, thank you for joining me on another episode of Parker's Reefs, and as the two store owners, Michael and Michael, said in the intro, I am here for the sneak peek of tomorrow's grand opening of Reeftopia up here in Northlakes in sunny Queensland. The sun is shining on my pasty Victorian skin, but we're going to get out of that sunlight, get into the nice blue lit aquarium, check out all of the stock before the grand opening tomorrow so you guys can get a good look as to what you need to make a beeline for first thing in the morning. Tomorrow there's heaps of giveaways, there's 20% off everything, which is crazy because let me give you a heads up, the pricing is already super low, and there's some to die for fish and corals, and of course no shortage of dry goods in here. So probably no time like the present than to turn this camera around and head on in store to Reeftopia. All right, so here we are, as the sign says, welcome to Reeftopia, and I will just point out this is the day before opening, so there is still a feverish amount of work to be done before the doors open tomorrow at 9 a.m, but the team have given me permission to go through and give a sneak peek so I can show you all of the to die for corals over there, the dry goods there in the middle, and of course the fish over there to the right. But we might start off over here because I can see some D&D jump guards there for all sizes of tanks, and then we roll over to the Reef Pure RO wall. Of course, the team here have the Reef Pure RO units, and they've also got the CO2 scrubbers, which I believe if you buy an RODI unit on the weekend, you get a free CO2 scrubber and media, which is quite a deal. They've also got all the replacement parts there from the DI resin over on the side here, through to the membranes themselves, everything you would need to get your RODI unit up to scratch. So Reef Pure RO, fantastic bunch of Aussie guys that are doing a really good job, and anyone that asks about an RO unit, I direct towards Reef Pure RO because they've done a fantastic job on my dream reef tank. Now, speaking of doing a fantastic job from Australian suppliers, check out Coral Essentials to the side here. The team have got a full range of all of their elements here, from the dry goods through to their liquids. You can see the full range here, whether you want the pre-mixed carbonates and trace and magnesium and traces, even the little lids here which turn those bottles into conveniently accessible bottles for dosing, all the way through up to this item here, which I have not seen before. This is their calcium reactor 1 and 2, which makes it easy to dose those essential trace elements that your calcium reactor may be missing out on. And then of course you've got the full range of all of their individual elements and other programs there. So plenty of Coral Essentials items there, including their ever popular black label. Now you can see the team here are still acclimating some new fish into these systems. These fish systems are already chock-a-block, and there is more fish to go in there because they're expecting quite a lot of these fish to be bagged up tomorrow. When you see the fish, you will understand why. You can see a nice mystery wrasse in there, no shortage of Bangai cardinals, a great addition to every reef tank. You've got Halfrichi gobies in there, got cleaner wrasse, you've got a gorgeous little juvenile convict tang, and that beautiful mystery wrasse in there is not a fish I've seen a lot of lately. Nice banana wrasse, some Valentini puffers, all sorts of fish in this first tank here, and you can see all of these prices here, very well priced. Tail spot blenny, don't see those too often, and when you look at those prices, bear in mind that this weekend there is 20% off everything in store. That includes fish, that includes coral, that includes dry goods. If it is in the store, it is 20% off tomorrow. So like I said, please bear in mind that when you're looking at some of these fish, like this beautiful, this groucher here, or this groper I should say, what a stunner he is. This big angel there, that's the mini artist groper I think he is. Beautiful, almost as bright as the red on my t-shirt there in the reflection. Have a look at this angel, nice orange shoulder tang, sailfin tang, fox face, then by color, angel up there. Couple of really cool puffers in here. You got your standard dog face puffer, you got your stars and stripes, and then there's that other beautiful guy there as well. So really cool assortment there. And then coming down here, we've got a nice big pair of Occy clownfish. You can see some beautiful barrier reef chromis there. There's some 6-line wrasse, and whoa, hang on a second, we got ourselves a beautiful flame angel. Have a look at the color of him. What a stunner, very bright. And I know the team have got a few of these guys in store, and when you see the price just up here, flame angel fish, $400. Don't forget there's 20% off that, so we're talking $320 for a flame angel. Incredible pricing. And then down here we've got the yellow spot scorpion fish. epic little nano predator in there ready to go to your little predator tank, which I think is pretty cool. And then check out this dude down here. He's finally turned around and faced the camera. Every other time I come over to this tank, he wasn't. We got the golden hawkfish here. This dude is just full to the brim of character, and he's quite the dude. But I don't want to take the camera away from him too soon, but I couldn't help but notice a stunning, fairly juvenile Achilles tang back there. There are a number of these in store. I cannot see them being still in the store by the end of Saturday, because when you see the pricing on those bad boys and then you take the 20% off, they're going to get snapped up very quickly. It's not a fish that you see the price of very often at that low level. But check out here, Occy clownfish captive bred for $25 minus 20%. Don't forget, guys. So talking $20 for a captive bred clownfish. That's next level. There's another one of these Achilles. You can see some flame hawks there, royal grammars, a flameback angel. Oh man, but look at that Achilles. Nice, beautiful, healthy looking Achilles. Let's have a look at the price of him here. $999. So let's call it $1,000 minus 20%. Very, very cheap. That's going to bring him down to $800 for an Achilles tang. The Dispar Antheas in this system as well are just full of color. They're looking really nice and healthy. Very, very nice schooling fish to add to your tank. Coming down here, I did promise there might be a few more flame angels. Have a look at them in here, all acclimating in there in their tubs, just so the team can find a home for them. Also got the multicolor angel there, another stunning specimen, another Achilles tang there in the back, some more clownfish, no shortage of lawnmower blennies, quite a few of them sitting around, a nice coral beauty sitting or swimming around there. You can see, let's have a look. Oh yeah, he's got some beautiful colors on him. I do love when the coral beauties get that real nice blue shimmer along the top of them. Really makes the yellow and purple on their bodies pop. Heading up here, we are nearing the end. You can see my beautiful reflection in the glass there. These brand new fish systems look incredible, whether it's me looking back at them or not. But let's get into the fish. We've got the pyramid butterflies there. You got some nice angels, another flame angel in there. Got a beautiful clown tang there. I'm not sure if he's going to hang about for the camera to focus on him, but what a stunner. Have a look at those wrasse, just absolutely popping as they settle into those tanks. And then heading down here, we've got some blue tangs. In fact, I say some, there's probably a dozen blue tangs in there. Got some more wrasse. We've got no shortage of these royal grammars. I know that these are going to find lots of homes because they're well priced, and they are also beautiful, peaceful fish for your reef tank. Regardless, even if you've got a nano, they fit in really, really well, don't cause trouble with any other fish, so they'll make a good home. And then when we come over here, we've got just a awesome selection of coastal clownfish here. These guys are all paired up. You can see all the prices on screen. Don't forget there's 20% off those prices as well. Whether you're looking at super storms, looking at misbars, standard storms, you name it, there is a type of clownfish pair here to suit your tastes and your budget. So if you're in the market for a new pair of clowns, be sure to take advantage of the 20% off prices this weekend. Just going to quickly scoot out the back here just to show you that there is yet more fish acclimating to go into the systems. The team are just putting them through their quarantine process here before they go into the tanks, and you can see the water is very well oxygenated there as they go from step to step. But we might get out of the way of the team here because they are working very, very hard, and I'm walking around waving a camera in their way, but can see the barbecue over there. I'm going to assume we might cook up a snag or two tomorrow to celebrate the grand opening. Now, we're going to jump onto the dry goods now just before we get into the corals, because there is quite a very nice amount of dry goods here. Got the Kamoa X4 Pro here and the X5S. These two, depending on your use case, the slightly cheaper option's the 5-pump head, but if you need to move water further, you can go the X4. Or of course, if you're looking for auto water changes, check out the Kamoa X2 SR or the Auto Aqua Smart Auto Water Change Duo there. You've got two options there for auto water changes, and then you've also got this here from Auto Aqua, the Smart ATO RO. This guy automates your RO reservoir by only turning on when the water level is low and then turning off when the water level is high. And a little tip here, if you're not sure on the pricing, you can turn the box around and you'll see that little Reeftopia sticker down there in the bottom corner. And you can also have a look at how the product works there. But if you need to see the price of anything in store, you can either check it on their website, of course, or you can just flip the box around and have a look. This guy here is to shut off your RO in case you forget and you don't want to flood your house. Now heading down here, the team have also got some Radians in here, XR15s Pro, XR30 Pros, and some Vectras S2 and M2. You see these guys here. Don't forget these are also part of the 20% off price, as well as the Vortex here. So there's some absolute bargains to be had here if you're looking to add some dry goods to your tank. You've got the Versa single pump and also the 4-station pump there. Aqua ultraviolet UV sterilizer there, great time to buy that. Your standard sort of ATO there, and of course these smart security systems from Auto Aqua. I quite like the smart skimmer one at the end there, just to set up as an anti-overflow for my auto water change. And we've also got the smart stir here, which is great for those people doing those color change water tests. It just takes care of the stirring for you and even lights up the solution from the bottom, I'm pretty sure, so you can get a nice consistent read on that. Coming across here, we've got some products from ITC. This is their algae light reactor, and then next to that we've got the fluidized media reactor. So if you're looking to pull some nutrients out of your tank, you can either go the algae path or the GFO path. And then over here we got the Reef Delete, which is the basically the UV laser to kill pests in your tank. Also got the power wires, and then we move on to some Tunzi Fuse lights. Heading up here, we've got the Nero 3s, 5s, and 7s. Again, 20% off these guys, including the AI Primes or the AI Prime Sols, and even the AI Prime Fuse. You're not going to see these kind of lights at 20% off very often. So again, if you're looking to add some dry goods to your tank, please do. You see the team feverishly working away there while I'm filming, but we've got great white Delua return pumps. We've got great white skimmers there. There are more skimmers over on the shelf, we'll get to those soon. But down the bottom here, there's also a great assortment of the Siche pumps, from their wave makers for their little nano ones up to their small extremes, their big extremes, their even bigger extremes. And then you go on to the Synchro Silence, the small return pumps, medium return pumps, and then your larger return pumps. So great assortment there. Again, 20% off everywhere, guys. Heading over towards the counter, you can see one of the staff members here just assembling one of the many giveaways tomorrow. It's not just 20% off in store everywhere. There's also a heap of things to be giving away throughout the day. So you could pick up something, you might win a prize without even having to buy anything at all. So I know I'm going to be there all day, and I'd encourage everyone in the area to pop on by. Now, just to round out our dry goods, we've got a little bit more to cover. We've got the full assortment from Flipper here. So we've got the Flipper Edge, including the Flipper Edge replacement blades. And then you've got the Flipper floats and also the replacement blades to suit those. So all the sizes of Flipper there. We've also got some fantastic foods from Hikari. Got all of their great pallets. These two down here, these are new ones with the sort of Japanese-esque packaging on them. I've been trialing them in my Dream Reef tank, and they've been very, very good. My fish go crazy for them. I also love the Mega Veggie Mag here. This guy is magnetized to the steel rack here, but that stops the big fish ripping the seaweed off and floating off into the tank. I also see the Dr. Tim's Waste Away gels here. Something you don't see very often, and there's a good assortment of them there on the shelf, including some Reefroids and other items there. But speaking of foods, there is Ocean Nutrition rainbow of pallets here. We've got all of the pallets here, from the blue ones through to the Formula 2s and the green. You got the flakes, you've got all the different styles here, even got the coral pellets and the anemone pellets down here. These are some of the newer products from Ocean Nutrition. So you've got the full range here and plenty of them. Again, 20% off store-wide this weekend. And then we come down to Reef Revolution, another Australian range. We've got some of their aminos and their ProBio Blasts. This is what I use to cycle my Dream Reef tank. You've also got the products which are becoming more and more popular these days in the Nitrate Plus and Phosphate Plus, if you've just bottomed out your nutrients. And then we've got some of their phytoplankton feeds and other items there. You've also got the ProCycle, the full range of Reef Revolution items here, particularly for the Reef range anyway, including some of their dry goods. You can see the Kalkwasser tubs here, activated carbon, even come across to their small tubs of salt. We'll see some more of their other salts in a minute, but we'll roll up here to check out the Dr. Tim's range. Obviously, we've got the Eco Balance, the Refresh, the Waste Away, all of the sizes, all of the different types there. So plenty to pick from Dr. Tim's. We've also got the Coral Dips. You've got some medications there. We've got the Clarity filter rollers, Sea Torch scrapers. You've got the refractomers, coral lenses, we've got the treatments here from Blue Life or Blue Vet, I think it is. You've also got the Chemi Cleans, you've got the Coral Glue, even Acro Power, and then all for Reef. This is an awesome supplement if you've got a bit of a nano and you just want to make your dosing simple. You can see here, it's not the cheapest thing on the planet, but it does greatly simplify your dosing into one liquid, which obviously then saves you money when you only have to buy one dosing pump. You can see a little assortment of salts down here. There is a pretty large range of salts. You can see over here, there's even more to go through when we get over there. But before we do get there, let's have a look at these salifate test kits, because this is a full stocking of all of the salifates. We've got alk, calcium, magnesium, phosphate, nitrate, nitrite, ammonia, pH, copper, silicate, flatworm exit, aptasia exit, and even the refracto check. Then we move on to the Triton ICP tests, the ATI ICP tests, and then we move on to the Reef Moonshiners. Now, if any of you saw the video I did with Michael, the supplier and co-owner of this store, you'll know how big of a fan he is of the Reef Moonshiner program that I also run on my Dream Reef tank, and it's awesome to see another local fish store carrying these products. There's the manganese element, which I know has made Michael's gonies absolutely thrive, and they've got the full range here, including the Liqui Mud and the Vitamin X, which is a nice little frozen food enhancer. Great range, and great to see those in store in good numbers. Down here we've got the Vitalis range, all of their pellets, flakes, grazers. No shortage of fish food in store at all. You can see it goes on and on there. And then we move on to a product that I've not seen before. This is the ASF range. So we've got little shots of probiotics, bacterias, vitamins, coralline booster, reef elements. You've got iodine, strontium. There's even magnesium and calcium. So I'm super curious to find out a bit more of these products. I'm very, very interested to see how they work and what they can do to your reef tank. Then we head on down to the Hanna range. You can see we've got the salinity pen here and the full range of Hanna checkers. So we've got the DKH alkalinity, we've got with reagent, of course, the calcium, got the updated magnesium, got the pH, and you've even got the nitrate over there, all with reagents, of course, so you can stock up on those. Still at 20% off, mind you. There's the phosphate checker, even got the copper high range checker there. So pretty cool to see. You've even got the pH calibration solutions there. And then down below here, we've got a good assortment of the Continuum products, which are very, very high quality. And I did notice here we've got the ocean snow there. This is one I've been curious to try. It does add a lot of little particulates to your water that the corals can just come out and start chomping away at. You've got their Phoscorex. The Redox Plus is one of the items you use along with the Clean Equation M here. And then further along, we've got the Clean M there as well. So that's the program you use for the removal of bubble algae. So if you're in the position where you've got a little bit of bubble algae in your tank and you've checked out my video on that, you can jump on into Reeftopia's grand opening and pick up that range for 20% off, which is a heck of a deal if you ask me, because it was only a short couple of years ago that we didn't really have any answer for bubble algae here in Australia. But I did promise there was a good assortment of salts, and over here you can see we've got the range from Reef Revolution. You've also got the aquarium system salt here, from their Instant Ocean to their reef crystals. You've also got the ASS Reef Evolution here, which it looks like it's half a bucket, but when you actually look at the bucket size, it's 22 kilos. So it's, I guess, half of a big bucket. It's 22 kilos there, makes 605 liters at 1.024 specific gravity. Also got the Pro Reef and the Neo Marine salts there. So a huge assortment of salts in there. Again, 20% off. I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but it blows my mind that the team can do that kind of discount. Up there, we've got some Deltex skimmers and some Great White skimmers, along with some plumbing bits and pieces here. You've got some barrel valve unions there. You've got, let's have a look here. Oh yes, these are some Reeftopia, genuine Reeftopia plugs with their little logo stamped on them, which I think is pretty cool. You've got small and large in white and grey. Also got some little media bricks and pieces there. So whether you want the balls or the little squares or the plates, some filter socks, and then we've got some more of those light reactors down there. Heading on over here, there is a decent amount of sand, which has been difficult to get the Carib Sea of late, and this is all the Araga Alive, so the sand does actually come wet and is loaded with bacteria to get your cycle happening quicker. And you can see that in the bag there. Very, very good sand. They've got all the different types there, from the whites, the blacks, and I think the Fiji pinks there as well. Heading up to this section here, you've got a great assortment of artificial rocks. You can pick the pieces out. You can see the prices of them per kilo all written on the front there. You've got the interesting shapes like these ones here, which kind of look like a Monty cap. Super intriguing pieces. Might go really well in something like a fish only system perhaps, if you want to get a bit of different shape happening without having to have coral. Also got the Java Reef rock bits here, which I recently did a video on. You can check out that if you go back through my videos where I made an aquascape using that. Got all the different pieces from Java Reef rock, so you got their plates and their branches and whatnot, but pieces from other companies as well, so you can mix and match your artificial rock to get exactly the shape and the type of scape you're looking for. But I am sensing that you've probably had enough of the fish and dry goods, and you want to check out what the team are feverishly working away at over here. Here is Michael Park, one of the co-owners of Reeftopia, putting some final touches on the coral systems. He's writing up some pricing, so it's probably time we put a filter on and check it out. Although I did just notice in between the staff feverishly putting posters up and cleaning glass, there is an invert wall we should check out. So let's head on over there and have a look at that just before we get to the corals, because I do really want to finish on them, because I know a lot of you saw the videos I did with Michael on his supply to this store. So let's have a look what we've got in here. I noticed this beautiful looking mangrove straight away, which I don't know, I'm intrigued by mangroves. And then we have a look along the top here, we've got some coral banded shrimp. There's also right up the end here, there's a little, in with the coral banded shrimp, there is a little lionfish in there, a little dwarf lion. There's some urchins, plenty of different snails going around in there. And then check out that Trocus, he's an absolute monster. And I will point out here that I did have to add a little bit of footage in here because I did completely miss this beautiful blue spotted stingray when I first went through the shop, and I just had to get some extra footage at him in there because he's kind of hiding away in there. But that's a pretty cool specimen just to have in the invert wall. But moving back onto the inverts, we do have some abalone here, some tiny little baby urchins there, which are pretty cool. Nice little pencil urchins there, or tuxedos. But I did promise we'd get to the corals. I cannot hold it off any longer because there's some really cool corals in here, and they are all, as I've touched on a few times in this video, 20% off. So whilst the team is still pricing things up, the prices are already very cheap, but you can take 20% off those. But I'm not really here to talk about pricing. Let's have a look at the corals in here. We've got some beautiful deshies in here, from some of your basic greens through to your more ultras with your reds and blues and greens through them. Some nice speckles there. Nice little assortment. You can see they've settled in quite well. Definitely got some good extension going on there for a brand new tank. There's also some Christmas tree rocks there, some really nice elegance. In fact, there's a couple of really nice cynarias in here as well. I quite like this fairly translucent one with bright green on it there. That's quite a nice piece. And then you've got to contrast that, some maybe more standard greens along with it. Also a nice bubble coral over in the corner there too, quite a big piece. Also got coming up here, you can see a good assortment of different elegance corals there, and plenty of Trachyphilias and Lobos. There's lots to pick from there, different grades and colors. Some of those Lobos very nice indeed. But you can see the camera just dragging me towards the Scollies, because those of you who saw Michael's video will know he had a sump full of some of the most crazy Scollies, and a good number of those, including that one there, have made their way to the store. That beautiful gold, yellowy gold one there, these are available to buy, and they are available to buy at 20% off. So if you're looking to add to your Scolly collection and add some absolute crackerjack pieces, have a look at some of these master grades in here. You know where you need to be at Northlakes tomorrow. I'll be there, and I'm really keen to meet you all and see some of these pieces get bagged up and go to your tanks at home. But it's not just Scollies, there's some beautiful pieces there. These are some of the Scollies that come from Monsoon. Juno is going to be in store from Monsoon Aquatics, so it'll be great to catch up with her again. And she's got some of those babies there that she'd fragged. Also, this torch up here has got some multicolored heads through it. There's also some other cracking torches. Have a look at some of these solid greens, some of these golds here. Nice smaller size pieces too. That gold's stunning. He will open up a bit more once settled in, but still not a massive piece. So even someone like myself could find a spot in their tank to fit that in, because I don't know, there's something about a gold torch. They're a difficult coral to keep, but man, they do just keep drawing me back. But have a look at these Scollies from a little bit of a distance. There's some pearlers in there, and expecting a good number of those to not be there at the end of Saturday. That one there, whew. Here's a big piece, and that blue ring and the red splashes through it, just pretty hectic. But I can't talk Scollies all day because there's even more corals to see, and I do have to get this video finished because I promised I would get it out the day before the grand opening, and my hours in the day are slipping away. So let's keep on rolling. We've got Blasto's A-cans here. Have a look at the pricing, $15 each or 3 for $30. Now that is before they're 20% off. So you're talking 3 acan frags for $24. Also got some beautiful candy canes in here, one of my favorite gorals. And you can see the toxic green ones here have also got the little yellow stripes. They're a nice little contrast in some of the ones that I've got, which is super, super tempting. But you can see some of these acan frags here. If you're buying them in a 3-pack, you're getting them for $8 a piece. It's just next level pricing. Have a look at that blasto there, gold with a nice green eye to it. In fact, there's quite a lot of really nice blastos in this assortment here. Have a look at some of these down here. This one here, really, really nice. I wonder if some of these have come from Monsoon as well. I'll have to mic Juno up tomorrow and ask her if these are her babies that she's grown out, but they certainly look familiar to me. Really, really nice pieces of blastos. It's a shame my angel would probably eat them up quite quickly, because I do like some of the different contrasting colors and just patterns you get on them. But coming over to the next tank here, we've got acans, platies, helios, fungias, frog spawns, and favias, and that's before we get to the hammers on that little shelf. But have a look at some of the acans here. There's some ridiculously nice and quite large acan pieces in here. Great assortment of some different high-end pieces. You've got all sorts of variations of rainbows there. I quite like this red, yellow, and pink piece up here. He's got a couple of little battle scars in there. Are going to be a prime candidate for fragging up and spreading the love around there. But some of these fungias, as my arm is just hovering over the tank, have a look at that deep red with the deeper red ring in it. And then you got this nice goldy with green there. Fungi is super, super underrated in my opinion. And then you've got helio fungus, which if you need to add a little bit of height and a little bit of movement to your sand bed, you can't go past those. And there's some big, colourful pieces there, which I think will look really, really cool in your reef tank. So plenty of treasures in there, but I can't hold out too much longer. I've got to check out these lovely hammers. You can see the list here: reverse modelled, tricolour, orange, orange reverse, yellow, yellow modelled. Whew, yellow modelled, that's the one that we've come to see. Let's see if we can track him down. There's some really high-end hammers in here. And again, yes, I'm a broken record. They're 20% off. This guy was featured on the video I did at Michael's place. Have a look at the colours on that. Gold stems, you've got this toxic yellow model, and then you've got some of these guys down here with the yellow stems. These will be the yellow reverses, I'm assuming, with the sort of the cleary tops to them. This just like solid yellow there. It's a goldy yellow, but holy moly, got another mottled yellow there, or a super toxic model. Then you've got a couple of your blue tip anchors there. You've got some solid toxic greens. So many nice hammers in here. A few smaller ones too, but some of these showpieces are quite large pieces. That big gold there, he is just head and shoulders above some of the other golds in the tank. It's a true bright gold. Have a look at the yellow stems on this guy. He's even got a little splash of green in there. Super, super nice. So if you are a procurer of high-end hammers and you've got an itch that you need to scratch, even frog spawns like that piece there, I know where I'm going to see you tomorrow. And if you can't be there, be sure to jump on their website. Have a look at that gold frag up there settling in. Then you've got some of these pieces here with the green stems with gold mottled through them. Super toxic green there. Some of these frags are very, very nice. Still settling in, obviously. There's a couple of, not just the frags, a couple of the larger pieces there as well. But you can see the camera there just showcasing the colours. Super, super nice. You got some reverses here as well. The greens with the purples on them. And you got a nice aqua there. Plenty of hammers. I am running out of adjectives to describe them, but there's no shortage of hammers. Maybe we'll leave it at that, and I'll just pan out a little bit so you can see them in all their glory. Like I've touched on before, I think a lot of these will be bagged up on Saturday because people are going to go bananas when they see them in person, and I cannot blame them. But there is another type of coral that Michael made quite an impact with on his video, and that is Gonioporas, and some of his treasures have made their way here. Have a look at some of the sizes of these things here. This guy in the corner is massive. If you've got a nano tank, that's going to fill up the whole thing. But there is some smaller pieces down here, some of these reds, some of these beautiful, I'm not sure if they're Infernos. I'm not the best on Goni names, but high-grade pieces like that, very nice bright glitter there. This, it's like a tricolour Goni or a rainbow, if you will. Just beautiful, beautiful pieces. Gonies are something that are starting to do a little bit better in my tank. It's not a coral that I've kept traditionally, but when you see things like these pinks and these rainbow ones in here, it's super tempting. Have a look at just how beautiful that is. Such delicate little polyps on it. Very, very nice. And then some of the others here, enjoying their Reef moonshine and manganese, just stretching out. Granted, the flow is off so I can get some good footage for you, but you know how healthy Michael's gonies are. Now head on over to the final coral bay. This end of it is dedicated to different anemones, and in here we've got a beautiful little rock flower, which a funny story behind this is Michael and Joe found, after I went to their place to do their video, they had a good dig through that basket and they found upwards of 70 babies in there. So they picked one of the biggest ones and shipped it up to the shop. And then in here we've got some really nice carpet nems. Have a look at the color on that guy. They've just been getting shaded by that basket with the rock flower. But if you're looking for a carpet nem, you're in luck. And also likewise, if you're looking for something like a forest fire bubble tip, there's no shortage of those there. And of course some standard green bubble tips, some of those with orange tips, pink tips. Great assortment of different options there, but there is yet more coral to cover. In fact, we've got some inverts here that I want to cover because have a look at these clams. That one in particular, it gets the circle of approval from me because that is a stunning piece. Again, it will be 20% off, and that's a high-end clam. So if you're looking for a showpiece clam, you know where you can pick one up. There's also a bunch of SPS frags here that are just getting taken out of the boxes and settled into the tank. Some have traveled well, some have not traveled as well, so the team is still sorting through those. But there's some really nice Monties in here, some Gold Rush, some Chili Pepper, some other assorted ones here. There's a big, I think this is a beach bum up here, this beautiful green and gold piece up there. What a stunning Monty that is. In fact, I reckon I've got to find some room in my tank for a piece of that because it's green and gold, and it just stands out in a sea of beautiful looking corals. It really shines. So I think I will find some space for that. These SPS frags over there, very, very nice indeed too. Got some nice digis, you got all sorts in there. But like I said, the team are still working on those. So we will roll on over to the final tank where Michael himself is just checking some invoices and working out the prices on things. And you can see a great assortment of leathers in here. You got some nice longish polyp leathers in there, some nice singularias as well. So nice pieces in there. Also got some fireworks clove polyps. Looking very, very nice. That's a nice little colony there. And then we roll on to no shortage of zoas, and the zoas are just assorted. There's some commons in there. There is some high-end named ones. There's some that don't have names that are super, super bright. Nice little mixed tiles as well. So a lot of these tiles, much like you probably saw on the video at Michael's Reef, it had grown out into a bigger sea, but there's good slabs from small tiles to big chunks of just assorted zoas, which look really, really cool. You got some more clove polyps there. Michael working away. He said he didn't want to be on camera, so I'm making sure I get plenty of him on camera. He is the face of the store, so be sure to say hi and say you saw him on Parker's Reef when you do come in store. Check out some of these recordias here. That beautiful purple base with the green dots is just absolutely stunning. And then there's a wicked assortment of mushies here. So you've got some real light metallic blues, some deeper blues. This leather over here, I'm not sure what that is. I say leather, soft coral. Not exactly sure what that is, but it's a stunner. And then you've got some nice soft coral frags over here, which is not something you see all that often. So whether you're looking for high-end hammers or scollies, or some more easy to keep smaller corals down to your coral morphs here or zoas, or just some things like some OG bouncers like there is up in the corner, even that nice Deadpool mushy there. The team at Reeftopia have a huge range, and I hope that everyone can get in store and support them. I know these two OG bouncers, I'm pretty sure they're going to be given away as prizes on the day. So yeah, I mean, they're not even going to try and sell them to you. They're just going to try and give them to you. What a team it is here at Reeftopia. And they've done such a fantastic job to get a new local fish store opened in this economy. It's not an easy task to do. And we've still got quite a little bit more to do. You can see Michael is pricing things up on the glass there. And the team over in the back here are putting up posters and just getting the store 100% ready for the big event tomorrow. And it's probably going to be the time where I need to put the camera down and give them a hand. All right, guys, there you have it. That is the sneak peek ahead of tomorrow's grand opening of a Reeftopia. I'll be here all day tomorrow from 9 a.m. The doors open up here in Northlakes in Brisbane. So if you're in the area, please do swing by. There's going to be heaps of giveaways, some incredible deals, including that 20% off sale for the grand opening, which is going to be just ridiculous. And of course, just an opportunity for a social gathering with all of your fellow like-minded reef keepers out there. So I guess there's nothing much more to say other than I look forward to seeing you there. And And of course, if you can't make it, check out the reeftopia.com.au website. And of course, I'll be sure to capture lots of footage from the big grand opening, and we'll see that in the coming weekend or two once I get a chance to get home and edit that footage. But probably nothing much more to do other than to head home, get some sleep before the big day tomorrow. Look forward to seeing you then. Till then, stay safe, keep reefing. Cheers guys, bye.